My channel. This your girl Lovely D, y'all. How everybody doing out there today? I hope everybody's well and doing everything they wants to do on today. Today, y'all. Come on. Okay. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. Okay? I need y'all to listen to me because this is very important. Okay. Okay. You never know what somebody is going through. Hey, boss. I ain't seen you in a while. You doing okay? Um, okay, like I said, you never know what somebody is doing. Hey, my baby. Hey. You never know what somebody is going through. You know, you never know the pain they is going through. Okay, well that's good. Um, but you never know. You know, some people do not express what they're going through. Don't talk about what they're going through because whatever is what they're going through, you know, they keep it a secret because they don't trust to talk to nobody or they is ashamed what they is going through, you know. But whatever they is going through, you know, it's causing them pain in their life. And on top of that, what they do is they put on a smile, you know, so people don't know that it's going through something. You know what I'm saying? Because that could be really painful and stressful. You know, keeping everything inside. You know, they suffering in silence. You know, they don't talk about what they going through. And whatever they're going through, you know, it's hard, you know, to express to somebody when you don't want nobody to know, you know, what they going through because it might be shameful, you know. Yes, you know, I'm shameful. Uh um um oh, thank you so much. But everybody don't talk about their struggles. You know, they tries to deal with it themselves. But um but you never know what somebody's going through. You know, that's why you should be mindful what and how people, you know, talk to you and act around you. You know, oh, don't worry. I had blocked them off my channel. You know, I don't deal with all that. But anyway, they hurt it inside. They is hurting inside. You understand what I'm saying? They want to express to certain people, but they scared. You know, they scared to talk about it because they don't want, you know, somebody to look at them different. You know, and that's why some people, you know, suffer in silence because they don't want to talk about it. You know, I am from New Orleans, Louisiana. But that's what's going on in the world. You know, it's like everybody does it. You know, you want to talk to somebody, but it's like, I don't know if I could trust that person. You know, it probably be real deep. You know, yet you just don't know. You know, but if you know a person and they acting a little weird because They're going through something, and you ask them, is something wrong? No, no, not wrong. Why you say that? Something is wrong. If you know that person, just talk to that person and say, whatever you're going through, I'm here for you. Don't be scared. Just pray about it. Just pray about it. How old are you? Okay, I know you're in middle school, so you'll probably be 14 on down. But it's gonna be okay. Just pray about it. Okay? And I wish you the best of luck. You know. But yeah, you know, you'll never know what somebody's going through. You know, and it's a tough situation when you have to go through it in silence. It's beating you up in the inside. You crying, you screaming in the inside. It's like, somebody please help me, help me. They want the help, but they just, embarrassed to talk about it. You never know if, they is getting abused in a relationship, you know, and they want to tell you, but they scared if they do say something, somebody might react, and the other party is going to jump on them really worse. You just never know. One of their children is stressing them out, doing bad things, and they don't want to discuss because they don't want, look like a bad parent. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How everybody doing out there? Y'all, did y'all subscribe to my channel? Hit the bell, like and share if you did. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. But yeah, you know, if you know somebody is changing, oh, thank you. It's changing in front of you, and they acting kind of funny, not the way they, um, okay, but that's what I want to tell everybody. Be mindful, when somebody, and then if they do decide they wants to talk to you, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they talk to you about, don't tell anybody else because they coming to you because they trust you, because everybody's not to be trusted. That's why a lot of people suffer in silence, because they don't want nobody to know. They embarrassed, like I said. 9 out of 10 days embarrassed, or they just scared and terrified of the relationship they is in, you know. But no, get mine, Zach, give them. It's on the floor. It's brown. But yeah, but yeah, that's how some people is. They is crying out. Oh. Um, they is crying out, for your help. They giving you signs. You know, they giving you signs that that um that they need your help. But you're not really paying attention to them. You're overlooking them. But if they give you signs, they want you to come to them. But if you do come to them, go to them by yourself because they're not gonna talk to you about their situation in front of everybody else. Everybody have struggles, in life. Everybody have struggles in life, and everybody goes through some things in life. That's all right. I'm fine. So that's what I'm saying. Be mindful. When somebody come to you and tell you they need help. You know, because if they need help, they're gonna they're gonna um they're gonna act a certain way. Around you, because some people just want you to to uh to help them in these struggles. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't cold. Um yeah. So that's what I'm asking y'all, to do. Because some people really need your help, you know, and and they is really and they is really scared, you know. So keep in mind, good morning, how you doing? How you doing? Um, yeah, I just found money in my jacket, y'all. uh, but yeah, you know, when they come to you like that, or if that person is a jolly person and they always smiling, and you notice they like, what's wrong? Nothing. Something is wrong. Because if a person is a talkative, jolly person, and the only thing they doing is just smiling, they smiling in front of you because they don't want you to know that something is wrong in their life. But if you know that person, you know, and they acting, in such a way, that they normally don't act, you know, that means you talk to that person, you know, one on one, one on one. Or you tell that person, I want to take you to lunch. I want to take you to dinner, breakfast, whatever. And if they do so, where's your gun? I'm dead. Oh, okay. So, come on, all that noise. Um, yeah. So I'm here to say, help that person out. You don't have to go direct. Be like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. They're gonna give you a fake smile. Okay, they is going to give you a fake smile. Just notice a smile like you know, you don't question that person. you know, you don't question that person, you know, or ask that person if something wrong in front of everybody. Because like I said, that person is not gonna tell you in front of everybody, you know. Yeah, so I just want to bring that to everybody's attention, because a lot of people is suffering in silence. It's like they crying out for your help. You know, um, if a person always, call you, stop by your house, or say let's go do this or let's go do that, and they don't do it, and you call them, uh, do you want to have lunch? No, Oh, and another thing, if it's hot outside and they have long sleeves on, or they have a jacket on, They covering up something. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody. Did y'all subscribe to my channel? Hit that bell, like, and share. If you did, thank you so much. And if you didn't, can y'all please do so? But yeah. Adani, I'm not playing. But yeah, because they're not gonna tell you, you know, I'm getting abused. My boyfriend, my husband is beating me up every day or every other day. I'm scared for my life. You know, they is gonna show you, and it's your job to notice when something is going on with your friend or family member. Like I said, if it's hot outside and they got long sleeves on or a jacket and you see them sweating, you know, don't talk to them in front of everybody. You know, do it when nobody is around. Or if you know that person is seriously acting funny and y'all in a crowd talking or whatever, wait till everybody goes. Or tell them, come here, let me tell you something, I don't want nobody here. Excuse me, y'all. And you take that person away, you know, and you tell that person, you know, okay, I'm going to say Rebecca. Rebecca, you've been acting kind of funny the last couple of days. Is something wrong? No, Rebecca, I know you. I know you. You smiles every day. You laugh, you joke, you not doing it. Is so-and-so is beating on you? No, take your jacket off and let me see. No, because you have bruises on you. Let me take a picture. So when you are tired and you really want to get away, you can show the police the bruises, scratches, whatever is on you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling that person because, like I said, everybody's not gonna sit there and tell you they struggles and what kind of pain, what kind of pain they is dealing with. They coming by you for a reason. They coming by you for a reason. And yeah, okay, but you help somebody who you really know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Give them a hug, give them a tight, firm hug, and say, "I love you." That's your friend. You is my best friend, and I don't want nothing to happen to you. And you let them know, I know something is going on. Okay, you don't want to talk about it right now, but whenever you wants to talk about it, I'm right here, and you let them know before you walk away. I promise I wouldn't tell a soul what's going on with you. I know something going on with you. And like I said, if it's hot, they got a long sleeve or jacket on, and you let them know. I know you got bruises on your body, and you don't want nobody to see. You know what I'm saying? You let them know I'm your friend. You know I'm your friend. We talk about any and everything. you know. And I want us to be here. Here, I'm gonna tell y'all one inside. You let that person know. You give that person a firm hug. Hold their hands. When you talking to them, hold their hands tightly. and you let them know whatever you're going through, I want to help you. I'm here for you. You know one thing, we talk about everything, and you know I'm not going to tell a soul. Why? Because we trust each other. You know, whatever you're going through, I want to help. I want to help. You know, I really want to help. You know, and you let that person know that. You know, because that person is gonna feel a little good inside that they have somebody who care. And if a person know a person really care about them, uh, uh, they're gonna feel they're gonna feel good. You know, even though they sad, you know what I'm saying? Even though they sad because what they going through, you know, and it's a big struggle and it's so painful. They scared to talk about it. You know, that's your job because that's your friend or that's a family member. You understand what I'm saying? And you let him know if he is beating you up, let me know. Let me know I can help. You know, I can help. Please let me help. And you know, you look them in the eye and you say, please let me help. I don't want you to go through this by yourself because I'm here for you. You know, we like sisters. You like a sister to me, and you know it. And you know I know something wrong. Now, do you want to go by my house and talk about it so you can be a little comfortable instead of, you know, here at your house because you don't know if he's going to come in and make me leave and jump on you. So go put some harp and go put some clothes on, you know, and let's go by my house. You know, let's go to a park. You know, let's go to a restaurant. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, and you let them know, leave your car here, and you gonna get in my car. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because people, you know, they have struggles in their lives, and they scared to talk about it. You know, we all go through this. You know, because y'all know what I'm talking about. And if that's y'all who is looking at me, it's gonna be okay. But talk about it with somebody who you really, really, really trust. Because they want to help you. You know, they want to help you. They love you. You're not in it by yourself. But you're going to have to speak up. Stop dealing with this inside. You know, because the only thing is going to make it worse, worse, worse. You're going to lose your mind because what you're going through, you know, is hurting you. Okay, it's hurting you, and you're just scared. You're terrified. I could see it in your eyes. You know, do you want to pack some clothes up and come by my house for a couple of days? You know, and they might say, okay, or they might say, no, if I do go by your house a couple of days, you know, and then when I go back home, he really gonna jump on me, you know, or, you know, if it's abuse, situation, the husband or the boyfriend is beating them, you know, say, let's go to the police. You're gonna show them the bruises you have on your body. And while we there, you're gonna put a peace bind on him. And if you see him anyway around you, you call the police immediately and let them know, oh, you have a peace bond case. Thank you. Thanks so much. You know, you let them know. And believe me, once you do that, you're gonna feel so much better. Here, put that milk in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. But you got to talk to somebody. You know, because nobody don't know what's going on. They know something is wrong with you, but they don't know how to go at you because you're not telling them what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? And I know it can be very, very painful and stressful to go through some things that you're going through by yourself. I know. Yeah, they got the other notes. You know, uh, is that, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, put them yeah, put that out. Okay, y'all, I'm back. But believe me, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. We all been in a situation like that. Y'all, do you understand what I'm saying? Oh my baby, no, give it here. Yeah, give it here. Let me see, and give me what I candy. The the candy bag. No, look up in there and see, it's a candy bag. But it's hard. What bag you just brought? Yeah, get that. Okay. Um, yeah. Uh-huh. Because now let me tell you. Yeah, put that in the milk. In the refrigerator. But let me tell you something. I know what you're going through. You know, I know what you're going through. You know, I know what you're going through. You know, I've been in that situation before. Thank God I'm not anymore. You understand what I'm saying? You know, we all go through, in a situation that you scared to talk about it because you want to cry out to somebody to help you. You know what I'm saying? But you just scared to talk about it to somebody because that you don't want to tell somebody what's going on, and they look at you a certain way, or they go back and they tell somebody else what you're going through, you know and that hurts. Yeah, that really hurts. It really hurts. And I do understand. Put that yogurt in the refrigerator. You know what? Huh? I don't know when you talk like a baby.
When you was on the phone,
Hmm.
you said when you was on the phone, and then you said, and then you said when you get off the phone, you gonna call mama to bring the Easter stuff.
I never told you that. No, I did not. I didn't tell you that.
You
No, I
said
did not. I was talking to your mama. See, you was trying to be in my business.
no.
But I did not. No, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you that. If your mama bring Easter stuff, okay, she gonna bring it. But I never say mama gonna bring it. So, see, you just lied. Hmm. But, excuse me. But, yeah, it hurts. Yes, it does hurt. You know, especially when you trust certain people. you know, you crying out for help. You want to scream and say, somebody help me. Somebody help me. I'm getting abused. I need somebody to help. You know, You be at work, and once you get off, and you get in your car, and you know you about to head home, you're crying because you already know. He already called you and told you when you get home, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that, and it's like I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. Somebody, please help me. But nobody cannot help you if you don't talk about it. You know, I understand what you're going through, but you need to talk about it. Yes, it hurts. It hurts you inside. And every time he hits you, it hurts. And I know he just pounds and pounds you, and you scream for help, and nobody help you because nobody know what is going on with you, sweetie. You're gonna have to open your mouth and tell somebody what's going on. Why do you got my door open? Huh?
I was just waiting for you to tell me.
Oh, put that in the closet. Leave that. Give me that. And put that in the closet. Give it to me. Thank you. Okay. But yes, it does hurt. It hurt. And I understand what you're going through. But you can't keep it inside, baby. I'm sorry. You can't just keep it inside. You know, somebody is just waiting for you just to speak it and tell them what's wrong. You know, you never know. You never know if if they can help you. Okay, I understand you scared. You know, I do understand that. But at the same time, if you don't speak it, you know, nobody can help you. They know something is wrong with you. The way you act. You're not smiling like you always do. You giving a fake smile. They know you faking. hmm She know you is faking. She knows something is wrong with her friend. Why? Because y'all that close. Y'all that close. You know? Or if it's somebody that you know is going through something and they did talk to you, but you don't know how to help them in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And if it's abuse, you know, tell them to let you take pictures of it. You know, let them take pictures of it. And let me tell you what's a good thing to buy a camera, not a big one. You know, one of them little small cameras. And wherever he always be, hit you, you place that camera somewhere so it can record you directly. You know, don't run out the room. Always stay in sight of that camera so that camera can catch everything. And then once, it's said and done, he did what he had to do, to you, you go to the police station with that camera, you know, and you have somebody to take pictures of you, of your body, of your body, whoever you talk to, you go by their house, who you know and you can trust, and you let them take pictures of the bruises, of whatever he did to you. You know, you take that in the camera and you bring it to the police, and you let them know you is scared of them. You scared of them, and um, you have to go back home, because if you don't go back home, he gonna find you, and and you let them know scared for my life. I'm scared for my life. I'm scared if he coming, he's gonna call him. And if you think they're gonna let him out, a day or two or whatever, when they arrest him, you know, you have somebody with you and you pack up some clothes. You pack up how many clothes, how much clothes you can. Put it in a bag, put a whole lot of clothes in a bag. You know what I'm saying? And get everything that you need, that you need. Don't forget your work clothes and your shoes, your toothbrush, your toothpaste, your makeup, whatever, medicines, whatever you need. You make sure you pack all that up, you know? And your best friend, he know where your best friend stay if he get out. Do not go over there. You know, do not go over. Go by somebody else. Or, you know, go rent a hotel away from your house. Away from your house. You know, call your job and talk to your boss. You know, and tell your boss you need a couple of days off. You know, this is important. You need a couple of days off. You tell them I'm not quitting, but this is a life and death situation, and I need a week off. However many days you need. You know, and then on top of that, okay, you buy you something to protect yourself. You get you a firearm. And wherever state, county you stay in, get your firearms registered in your name, okay? And take classes, take classes so you can carry your firearm with you. And if he get out of jail and he comes to you trying to hit you, to hurt you, you do what you got to do. You do what you have to do. Because right now, you're scared. He about to get out. But get all that, taken care of. Get all that taken care of while he's in jail. And if you don't have the money at the time, okay, and you can borrow it from somebody. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Because sometimes my phone go out and you can't hear me. But I hope you do. But yeah, you know, you go find you a hotel away from your house. Away from your house. And you don't tell nobody. Mm-mm. You know, you don't think for the heart. You don't tell nobody where you at. Nobody where you at. You understand what I'm saying? Your best friend, you know, you talk to her and you tell her, well, I'm about to leave. And she gonna say, well, where you going? I can't tell you. And you tell her, I love you, but I can't tell you right now. You know, let me get myself situated, and then I can sit down and I can tell you everything. But if you trust this person and you know this person will not tell him where you at, okay, then you can tell that person. Don't tell everybody where you at. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You never know if that person will tell him, where you at. If he go to their house and be like, oh, she in a hotel, such and such, you don't tell everybody where you at. You keep that a secret. You keep that a secret, okay? Now, if it's anything else, besides abuse, and you is going through. You know what I'm saying? You still talk to that person. You know, you let them. How about it's just bills? You can't pay your bill, and it's getting close. Okay, it's getting close to the first of the month, and you got to pay your bills on the first of the month, and it's like, girl, I'm behind 2 months. If I don't pay my bill this month, they're gonna give me an eviction notice, and I'm gonna have to leave, and I don't have money to even pay for a storage, you know, and I need to get a U-Haul in the storage. I don't have the money to, pay for that. You know what I'm saying? You talk to somebody and you ask them, can you help me, you know, pay for the storage and a U-Haul? And when I get paid, I promise I will give it back to you. You know, but the meanwhile, okay, why you you know doing what you doing, trying to put your stuff in a storage, okay, that's good. Why he's in jail, you know, and you don't feel comfortable staying in that house no more, you know, uh, get somebody to help you to put it in a storage or whatever. Okay. But like I said, if he is if he's putting his hand on you and you is afraid of him, you know, let somebody know what he is doing to you. And like I said, remember I said, put that camera, that little camera in your room, wherever he, you know, uh, puts his hand on you at. If you got to get 2 cameras, 3 cameras, you know, because he drags you in each room or whatever, you put the cameras in that room, in those rooms. That's important because you can use that to go to court to make for them to put him away, and you tell them he is threatening your life, and you let him know, you know, well, okay, he gonna go in jail, but if he just stay in jail, from a couple of days to a week, he is gonna come back out, and he is gonna kill me. You tell him I'm afraid for my life. They will help you. They will help you. You know what I'm saying? But don't go through it in silence, because that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing to do. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? That's the worst things y'all can do. You know, because nobody wants to, get punched on, slammed to the wall, the floor, kicked, whatever he is doing to you. I just say You know, no, that's for you to go to school. This just age. You want to see the age? But yeah, y'all. Enough is enough. Brenda, put that back. We gonna do it tonight, okay? We gonna do it tonight, I promise. But get that bag. But yeah, y'all. I'm praying for y'all. I'm praying. Get the bag. Come on. I'm praying for y'all. Here, give me the bag. Cut the light on for me. Ardani, cut the light on. Thank you. Now y'all can see me much better. Give me that. Okay, but y'all is in so much fear. You're scared. You're scared. But you got to talk about it. You got to tell somebody what's going on. you know, so they know if something ever happened to you bad and you got to get rushed to the hospital, they know who did it. Why? Because you told them. But if you don't open your mouth and tell them, he's putting his hand on you and you scared for your life and just say he beat you up so bad, you can't talk, you know, you gonna have tools or whatever inside of you, you know, but whoever you talk to, they can be your mouthpiece and let the police know and let the family know, this is going on. Because if you keep it silent, baby, nobody gonna be able to help you. And it could get to that. He can kill you in their house and walk away. And your family members just gonna be calling and calling and calling, and they gonna know something wrong. And then when they go to your house, you passed away. But if you open your mouth to somebody can keep an eye on you, can help you. You know what I'm saying? Can help you. Y'all do a code, when um you at work or whatever, and once you get in the house, he's gonna jump on you. You call that certain person and you tell him, I'm about to park in a driveway and I'm about to be, walking in the house. Give me 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 20 minutes. No, that's too long. 10 to 15 minutes. And say, call the police. Tell the police. You tell the police what is his name. You ask her. If you only know his first name, say, what is his first and last name? And you tell the police his first and last name. You understand what I'm saying? And you tell the police she just called him. She just about to walk inside the house. And once she walk inside the house, he's going to jump on her. So please, send somebody to the address. Make sure you have the correct address in the apartment number or the house address. Make sure you have that. So when you call the police, because the police is going to be asking you questions, and you needs to know the answers. Because if you don't have the correct address, the police can't go to the house. You can't think. You need to know. Because when you sit down and tell her, text me, not tell me, say, text me your address and your apartment number if you stay in an apartment. Text me his first and last name. Text me his license plate number. You know what I'm saying? You need to know all this. So when you call the police, you can tell the police everything. And when he in the shower or he's sleeping, take a picture of his license or ID. And you send it to that person. But once you take a picture of his license and his ID, make sure you erase it out of your phone once you send it to your friend or family member. You take it out your photo gallery and you delete it off your text. Make sure, do you have it? Because I'm about to delete it off my phone. Okay? And once you delete it off your phone, make sure they still have it. You got to be smart about it. You can't keep, everything a secret. Because you never know if he really hurt you really bad, bad, bad. And they don't know what happened. Because that, just say, oh, he beat you real bad. and he kicked the door open, you know. And the police will say, well, somebody kicked the door open. No, it might not be him because like, he got a key. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You let the police know. No, he kicked the door open to make like somebody had kicked the door open. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna look at it like it's a robbery. No, you let them know. You know, she told me all this. You know, she told me all of this. You know, and like I said, that's what you do. That's what you do. Soon as that you about to, don't call while you sitting in the driveway. You know, you talk to them. You know, you talk to them when you's a couple of minutes away. Okay, I'm about to be driving, you know, into the parking lot or wherever you about to park. Well, actually, this is Dre's baby. Don't shake and go. Why you ask? It looks like I take a long time to do it, but yeah, that's what you do. Okay, that what you do. That's very important. You let that certain person who you trust, you know, just you don't just tell no anybody who be like, yeah, she cool. I don't think um okay, good. Um, you know, that I think I can trust. But uh no, you tell somebody who you really, really trust so they can get on it, you know. And like you you tell them, okay, wait, you know, a couple of minutes, cause I'm not even in a driveway yet. So wait like 5 to 15 minutes, you know. Or, you know, you could tell them that and tell them I'm gonna call you and then hurry and hang up. You know I'm about to get out the car. You know what I'm saying? But delete that. Delete all that and make sure you delete, like I said, the picture ID and the license plate. Get that off your text. Bye. Did you hear what I just said? If I get up, you're not gonna like it. And I say go sit down. But yeah, yo, that's what I need y'all to do. Okay? Because this is very important, especially if that person said they escaped for their life. So if they tell you they escaped for their life, they telling you for a reason. You know, they telling you for a reason. You know, but like I tell you, you watch how people act around you. When you know that person, there's a smiley, joyful person, you know, who like talking and telling jokes and just laughing, and they just sit there. What's wrong? Oh, nothing. You know the fake laugh. You know the fake smile. Read their eyes. You know they're gonna be like, I want to tell you, but I'm scared. And do not tell that person. Ask that person what's wrong in front of anybody. Okay? Do not do that. Because they is not gonna tell you. They're not gonna tell you because they don't want everybody in their business. Okay? So make sure you do not ask that in front of nobody because they's not gonna tell you. They don't want everybody in their business because they don't know if they're gonna go back and tell. And who really wants to sit down and say, my husband or my boyfriend just beats me every day in front of everybody? That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Or you can't pay your bills. You're about to get evicted in your house. Whatever situation you struggling with, and that is causing you pain and stress. You talk to somebody, okay? So that's all I got to say. Okay, just be careful and be mindful who sits in front of you and they act a different way. Okay. Thank y'all for watching. I hope everybody did subscribe to my channel and hit the bell, like and share. You know, but y'all be careful.